everybody. Welcome to Music Moves for Piano, Book 3, Unit 13. We're probably going to do this unit in 2 parts. So this first part, we're going to go ahead and start at the beginning with moving in duple meter. And help me please chant macro beats on do. Do, do, do. Micro beats. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day. Pick macro, micro divisions. Chant. Do to data, do to data, do to data. Switch. Do, day, do, day, do, day. Switch. Do, 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 do. I'll chant a pattern. You chant your own. Do, 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 data, do, day. Do ta to do, day, day, do. Do, do, to do ta to do. Day, do, day, do. I'm going to sing a song called Ciao. I'd like you to think about what the meter is of this song while I sing. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. 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 Ba, 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 bum. Think about that for a little bit. So this is a duple meter. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. So while I sing it the second time, you can either move to macro beats and micro beats with me, or if you want to do a creative movement, you can pretend that you're a tiny, tiny worm crawling up a tree trunk. So feel that very small movement that you're doing, and you're engaging your whole body as you move back and forth. Or maybe your back will pop like mine. Bum 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 bum. I'm going to sing another song called See How I'm Jumping. Ba ba bum ba 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 bum bum bum. This is in minor. Would you sing the resting tone, please? La, la. You can either just listen to this song and move gently, or you can do a creative movement. For the creative movement, would you pretend that you're Humpty Dumpty trying to balance on a moving wall? Bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum ba ba bum. This time I'm going to sing it one more time, and whenever I stop singing, would you freeze and sing la. This time I'll do the creative movement. We'll see if I can still sing. Bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum ba ba bum. La. Bum ba ba bum ba ba bum bum bum. Bum ba ba bum ba ba bum bum bum. La. Bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum. La, ba, ba, bum, la. Whew. It's a way to stretch. All right, we're going to do some tonal patterns. If you remember from Unit 12, last time we were together, we did some patterns focusing on the subdominant chord in minor tonality. We're going to do more of those, but this time I'm going to throw a couple of curveballs at you. So if you remember, last time, la, do, mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, si, la, we did for the subdominant chord, this way because it's a minor chord, re, fa, la, we use just the subdominant chord right there in its root position, and I kept changing the order. And then for the dominant chord, mi, si, ti, I kept it all in the same order every time to help you place that next to the subdominant chord. So this time, I'm going to do two things, just to give you a little bit of perspective in the tonality. So one is, I'm going to change the order of the dominant chord tones as well. And then the other one is, sometimes I might throw in a tonic chord, just to help us process where are we in relation to la. So as before, I'm going to sing two patterns in a row. They will probably consist of re, fa, la, subdominant, mi, si, there we go, mi, si, ti, dominant, and la, do, la, mi, do, la, tonic. After two patterns, I'll give you a little bit of time to process it, and then I will sing the syllables with you. Okay, enough talk. La, do, mi, do, la, si, la. Bum, 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 bum. Re, fa, la, mi, si, ti. Bum, 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 bum. La, fa, re, mi, ti, si. Bum, 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 bum. La, re, fa, mi, si, ti. Bum, 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 bum. Re, la, fa, la, mi, do. Oh, there's a ton of chord. Bum, 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 bum. Re, la, re, mi, si, mi. Bum, 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 bum. La, re, la, si, mi, si. Bum, 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 bum. La, fa, la, si, ti, si. Bum, 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 bum. Fa, la, fa, mi, do, la. All right, so last time, after we had done this, I talked about a couple of different responses you may be having to doing these patterns. One of the responses is you might be saying, well, I get it. I get that we're doing the subdominant chord, re, fa, la, fa, re, and I just need more time to practice. So if that's you, if that's your response, then come back to this, keep listening to it, keep coming back to this section of the video over and over, practicing that chord. If your response to this was, that was so easy, I breezed right through it and I want to move on to something more difficult, then keep on going. If you have one other response that I've seen, and this is why I'm talking about this, because I've seen this either through a look in your eyes or through actual verbal responses that you've given me. How on earth am I supposed to know if it's the tonic chord, if it's the subdominant chord, if it's the dominant chord. I have no idea. All right, so if this is you, listen on for a little bit here. If this is not you, you can just hit that fast forward button and go on to the next segment. So you might gain something from this too. So if you're totally confused, flummoxed by this, here are a couple of things I want you to think about. First of all, remember that our tonic chord is always La, Do, Mi, or some combination of those. La, Do, and Mi are never going to change places. It's not like La, that pitch in your, if this is La, this is not suddenly going to be Do. So whenever you're here in this tonality, this will always be La. So then our subdominant chord is always Re, Fa, La, or some combination of those. Our dominant chord is always La, Mi, Mi, Si, Ti, Re. Or because that ends up getting really high, we usually sing Mi, Re, Ti, Si, go backwards and sing it down. So it's always some combination of those. That's the first thing to remember. The second thing is I'd like you to try using the piano to help you practice these chords. We've done this in the books along the way, so if this is super easy, again, just fast forward through this section, but if you're still confused, try coming to the piano. I suggest, if you're a lady, try using D as your tonic. If you're a gentleman, that may or may not work for you. You could try that. Try finding a note that's comfortable. So at the piano, practice just your tonic chord. La, Do, Mi. Play it in that order. You can sing as you play or after you play. Change the order. Mi, La, Do, Do, Mi, La. We've mostly been doing 3-note patterns. You can do 2 notes. You can do 4 notes. You can do 5 if you want to challenge yourself. La, Do, Mi, Do, La. Try different ways of that. And when you get really comfortable with your tonic chord, you say, okay, I'm ready for something else. Try an inversion. Try first inversion. Do, Mi, La. I find for myself that though I may be very, very comfortable with a chord in one position, as soon as I invert the chord, I need to practice that a lot. It's like it's new all over again. So try it in an inversion. Then start throwing your dominant chord in there. And you know this, we've had it in the books, and we also practice it all the time in our tonic, dominant, tonic, melodic cadence. We go Mi, Re, Ti, Si. And for purposes of singing, it might be easier to do Mi, Ti, Si. Take Re out of the mixture for a while. And then try that in different orders. Si, Mi, Ti, Ti, Mi, Si, Si, Ti, Ti, Si, Si, Mi. Try going back and forth between your tonic and dominant chords, and then if that's really easy, start trying to throw your subdominant chord in there. La, Ti, Do, Re, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then try practicing that. So that's something you can try. Take the piano, try playing these in different orders, practice them away from the piano, just make these your own. That's part of why we're improvising using these chords so that we become really familiar with them. Another thing you can do is listen to the pattern CD. So pattern CD track 5 is your tonic and dominant chords just on a neutral syllable in minor tonality. Track 10, you have it on syllables. And so you're listening to it. Notice how you move from tonic to dominant, dominant, and back to tonic. Start to notice those changes. And then when you get to the syllables, you get to put the words to those so that you can identify what's happening. You can also listen to track 18. Here's where we throw the subdominant chord in there. And track 20 is where the syllables are. So if you're totally confused by this whole process, try those things, tell me how it went. I'd like to dialogue about this if you're having a lot of trouble. Okay, moving on. We're going to do our song to sing for this unit, which is a delightful song called Fox Terrier. I'm going to sing this. I would like for you just to move and clap with me on the rests. Pum 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 ba 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 pum 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 ba bum pum 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 ba 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 bum pum ba 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 bum bum ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum bum. Just so you can get a sense for the whole tonality, how that fits together. So, is this song in duple meter or triple meter? Tell me what you think. I'm going to do it again, and I'd like you to think a little bit about rhythm patterns. Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum bum ba bum. So this is in duple meter. Have that nice do-day right at the beginning. Echo these rhythm patterns, please. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Now on rhythm syllables, do-day, ta-ta-do-ta-data. Do-day, ta-ta-do. All right, so what's in these rhythm patterns? This first one, do-day, ta-ta-do-ta-data. So we have our macro beats, our micro beats, we have divisions, then we have some division elongations in here and a little bitty rest. Ta-ta-do-ta-data. And in the second rhythm pattern, do-day, ta-ta-do. That's why we clap, helps us to feel that rest. We have our micro beats, that same rest followed by our division elongations or syncopation, if you want another term for that, and then a macro beat at the end. All right, so I'd like you to listen for the first rhythm pattern. Figure out how many times you think this happens in the song. Again, that pattern is do-day, ta-ta-do-ta-data. Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum ba ba bum bum ba bum. So as we did it exactly that way at the beginning, it just happens once, just that one time. And then do-day, ta-ta-do. How often does that happen? Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum bum ba bum. Again, just exactly the way that we did it without any changes, it only happens one time. So those two patterns make up the first two sections or the first two patterns of this song. All right, so think about now for a minute, think about the tonality of this song. And here are your choices. Is it major tonality? Is it minor tonality? Or is it something else? We're not labeling our something else's particularly at the moment. So major, minor, something else. I'm going to sing it one more time while you think about the tonality. Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum bum ba bum. So it's almost major, but it's actually something else. The name of this tonality is mixolydian. And we're going to delve into that in detail when we get into book 4. So let's go ahead and sing this song. We've done this a lot as a song to do for movements in different units, so if it's familiar to you, you can go ahead and sing along. Otherwise, I'm going to sing the first phrase, and I'd like for you to join me after I do that. So we're going to do the first part of the song. Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum. So let's try that much together. Bum 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 bum, sing with me. Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum. So a couple of places that might be tripping you up a little bit. Bum 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 bum. That interval, it's a big jump. Bum 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 bum. Let's just do that slowly together, just what I did. Bum 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 bum. And then at the ending, bum bum bum. Just slowly like that. Bum bum bum. Now we'll do that first phrase one more time, and we'll try the second phrase. Bum bum bum, sing with me. Bum 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 bum. Bum ba 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 bum 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 ba bum. Second phrase. Bum bum. Just listen. Bum 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 bum. Bum ba 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 bum. Bum ba 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 bum. Bum ba bum. So notice in this second phrase that we have some similar patterns here. Bum 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 bum. So we're going up to that note instead of leaping to it. And then we have a little pattern here. Bum ba 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 bum. And then bum ba 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 bum. Little pattern in sequence. Bum ba bum. Ending on our resting tone at the end. So go ahead and join me. We're going to sing the second phrase. Bum bum bum. Sing with me. Bum 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 bum. Bum ba 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 bum, bum ba 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 bum, bum ba bum. And if you're having trouble with this, listen to this on your CD or on the audio track online that goes with this book. This is track 26. All right, we're going to do some movement in triple meter, and then we're going to do some rhythm patterns. Echo me please, macro beats on do. Do, do, do. Micro beats, do-da-dee, 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 do-da-dee. Pick. Macro, micro, divisions, go. Do-ta-da-ta-dee-ta, 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 switch. Do-da-dee, 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 switch. Do, 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 do. Echo my pattern with your own. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. All right, I'm going to sing swinging. You can either go ahead and move to macro beats and micro beats with me on this song, or if you want to do a creative movement, you can pretend that you're a monkey swinging in a tree. Ba ba bum ba 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 bum bum bum. Bum ba bum ba bum ba ba bum. Bum ba bum ba bum ba ba bum. Ba 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 bum ba 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 bum. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum. And folk song. La, do, mi, do, la, si, la. Would you name this meter, please, after I sing this? Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum. And I slowed down just a little bit after I started because I think I tend to do this song a little too fast. So this is a triple meter. It's just a really fast triple meter. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. And we know that it's not simply a duple meter with swung divisions, or because, yeah, that would be right, with swung divisions like bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, because we have the ba, 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 bum. And let's go ahead and do some rhythm patterns in triple meter. Do, da, dee, do, echo me please. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Do, da, dee, dee, da, dee, do. Do, da, dee, do, da, dee, to do. Da, dee, da, dee, da, to dee, do. Do, do, da, dee, do, da, dee. All right, if you are not already at the piano, please go ahead and get yourself to the piano. We've got a lot of wonderful things to do at the keyboard for this unit. Yes, accompanied by my dear friend, Stacy. All right, so we're going to do a project. This is not in your book. We're going to do a couple of things not in your book. So we're going to locate some different piano keys on the keyboard by name, but we're also going to practice using the pedal. This is the pedal all the way on your right. It's called the damper pedal. And remember, when you play the pedal, remember to have your heel all the way on the floor. Remember to orient yourself about this far back so your knuckles are touching the fall board. Or if you don't have a fall board, they're about at the end of the keys. So your heel is on the floor, the ball of your foot, about here in your hand, the ball of your foot is what's on the edge of the pedal. And this is one of the trickiest things about learning to play the pedal, and it requires a fair amount of practice, is that the pedal doesn't go down at the same time as the note that you're playing. If you really want a sustained sound, your pedal and your hand are going to move in opposite directions. So if this is your foot and this is your hand is going to play the note and your foot goes up to lift the pedal at the same time. Yes, am I not giving you enough attention? Let me go and see. So your pedal and your hand move in opposite directions. So just practice playing a note. Hand goes down, foot goes up, foot is down, foot goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So now I'm going to give you a letter name, and I'd like you to play that letter name while you practice this up, down. All right, so let's think about how to do this rhythmically. All right, so when your foot goes down, I'll say the next letter name for you to play. All right, so your first letter name is going to be F. So take a moment and find F. Get your hands and your foot ready. Why don't you go ahead and have your foot down before you start. So up, down. Here we go. F. Next one is G. F. B. D. E. G. F sharp. B flat. E flat. D flat. F double sharp. C double flat. F flat. G sharp. B sharp. D double flat. So you can practice this yourself. You can use any notes at home to practice that pedal. I would just say to yourself, up, down, up, down. Practice a scale that you're trying to work on. For example, the A major scale that we're going to review today. All right, another thing that we're going to do is in your book. So if you have your book handy, go ahead and grab that. If not, take a moment and go get your book 3. This is page 41, which is our first page for Unit 13. And we're going to look at minor triads for our keyboard skills today. So this is the big portion of the page here. So I'm going to walk you through this relatively quickly. So there are 12 different piano keys. 7 of them are white and 5 are black. You can play a minor triad starting on every key, just the same way back in the book. We did a major triad beginning on every key. The minor triad sound is different when listened to in the context of a tonality and a tonic, or a tonality and a keyality. So for example, it could sound like la, do, mi. It could sound like re, fa, la. It could sound like mi, so, ti, depending on what letter name is la or do. And I just wanted you, I thought you might want to hear an example of this. So for example, a D minor triad. So there it is. We don't know what the syllables are because we don't know where our tonic is. So I'm going to give you a tonic. We're in D minor right now. So now it sounds like la, do, mi. Let's say we are in A minor. And then we play our same one. Instead, la is down here. La, ti, do, re, re, fa, la. So now it has a different name. Same letter names, but now we use different syllables. If we were in B flat major, do, re, mi, so, ti. So now we've just given it 3 different sets of syllables depending on where you're starting. So that's what that one is talking about. Now, just like we had back in major as well, the keyboard feel of minor triads can be divided into 4 categories, just like our major categories. So the first one is white, white, white. That means all 3 of the notes you're playing are white. So if we start on A, those are all white keys. D, all white keys, and E, all white keys. So it says, as you're learning these, learn to play them in both hands. So you can do the left hand as an arpeggio into the right hand. There's D minor, E minor, A minor. You can also do these as solid triads, left hand, right hand, together. If you want to do the arpeggio, you can also choose how to play it. So those are the white, white, white. You have white, black, white. In the middle we have a black key for C minor, F minor, and G minor. Then we have black black on the outsides and white in the middle. A flat minor, D flat minor, G flat minor. And then we have our oddballs, B minor, B flat minor, and E flat minor. And I noticed if you go right from the B minor to the B flat minor, it, let's see if I can remember it. Sounds like that Harry Potter theme. Oh, I can't do the rest of it, but you know that little part that I'm talking about if you've watched it. So you can play a little bit of that by going back and forth between a B and a B minor triad. All right, then we can look way over at the left side of the page. We can do our tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic arpeggios. Now looking in major tonality when F is Do, when G is Do, and when C is Do. So tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic. So when we do that, we'd sing Do, Fa, So, Do. Then G, Do, Fa, So, Do. And C, Do, Fa, So, Do. Also practice playing major triads that are all on white keys, so our white, 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 major triads in 3 positions. That's our root position, first inversion, second inversion. So we'll take C major and we're singing the syllables. We're going to say that this is Do. So, Do, Mi, So, Do, Mi, So, Mi, Do. First inversion, Mi, So, Do. Or going back down, Mi, So, Do, So, Mi. Second inversion, So, Do, Mi. Or So, Do, Mi, Do, So. So practice those starting on all of those 3 major triads that are all white keys, so C major, F major, and G major. Then if you look over here on the left side, we also have some exploration, creativity, improvisation. Instead of being here, it's listed over here on the side in this unit. So there are a couple of things to do. One is really interesting. We're starting to branch out into having other sounds besides our traditional major-minor sounds. Remember, in our last unit, we explored some whole tone sounds. Now we're exploring some more half-step sounds, like in a chromatic scale. So this first one draws on that. Explore the sound of a set of 2 black piano keys and the 3 white piano keys around them. So 2 black keys and the 3 white keys next to them. And I was playing around with this earlier, and there are a number of things that you can do with just these keys. You can play improvisations that are more of half steps. Something like that. You can do something with, explore the different whole steps and half steps that you have. Something like that. You can do something that uses the 3 white keys by themselves and then goes back and forth between those 2. Something like that. So have fun. When it says to explore, try a bunch of different things. See how much you can extract out of just those 5 notes. Sometimes our most creative ideas come when we put limitations on ourselves, lots of limitations, and try to figure out how much we can get out of small ideas. Remember that Beethoven wrote a whole symphony basically based on that. So limitation can be helpful. All right, the second project over here in your book is to audiate a meter and a rhythm pattern. improvise a melody using 2 major triads. Again, expanding our tonality because one of these is going to be built on a black key and one of them is going to be built on a white key. So you can do ones right next to each other like F sharp major and G major. Let's see. Do da dee do, do to dee do. Or you can do ones that are kind of far away from each other. Let's say our F sharp again and C. Woo! Now we're talking, all of a sudden we're hearing other things. Other pieces of music come to mind. I don't know why I'm thinking of the planets right now. Somebody can tell me below if you know what I'm thinking of. Let's see. Do to do, day, day, do. So enjoy as you're working through this project these sounds that are not set within a major tonality, not set within a minor tonality. We're broadening our horizons. The other thing is to use 2 white, white, white minor triads. So we're drawing on our keyboard skills for this unit. So let's say D minor and A minor. Let's see. Do, dee, do, do, da, dee, do, da, dee. To end a melody on do-da-dee. Really want to. Or we could do. There we go. Okay, a couple of things that you can try for your improvisation this week that are not in your book. One is to experiment as you improvise with different dynamics. Try things that are soft, try things that are loud, and practice using the Italian words for all of these dynamics. Pianissimo, piano, mezzo forte, forte, fortissimo, and then crescendo, getting louder, and diminuendo or decrescendo, getting softer. So as you play, try things not just kind of soft, kind of loud, but very soft, very loud. Experiment with those different dynamics. And then try some that have a crescendo or a diminuendo in the rhythm pattern. So, do da dee do, do ta 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 do. And you know what I didn't do when I chanted that is I didn't do a good job of demonstrating that crescendo as I chanted. This is one of the benefits of chanting, is you get to make the expression in the chant. So I'm going to try that again. Do da dee do, do ta 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 do. And then diminuendo on the second one. So try that. Try having dynamic changes, try having different dynamics in some of your improvisation this week. And then I'm going to give you a rhythm pattern. Always like to give you a rhythm pattern. This one is in duple meter. So I'd like you to echo it with your voice, play it on one key, and then improvise knocking the idea. So you're using a soft fist on any keys. Answer your idea with the same rhythm pattern, but change the character of the sound. This is one of the reasons we're limiting ourselves to knocking. So echo, one key, knock it, and then change the character of the sound when you answer. For example, here's your rhythm pattern. Do, day, do, here I go. Do, day, do, day, do. So you say it, do, day, do, day, do, one key. Do, day, do, change the character. Perhaps that was energetic and excited at first. And that's really achieved both by dynamics and by articulations. It's also achieved by the way that you're holding your arm. If you have a lot of energy, if you have a free flow through your arm, if you have a bound flow through your arm, all of those things are going to change the quality of the sound. If you're moving quickly, that'll give you a sound. If you're moving slowly, all of these types of movements that we're trying in our group classes when we do our fun, silly movements are giving us ideas of how we can move our body and have different types of sound at the piano. So try different ways to change the character of the sound through your body. You can think about it that way. Sometimes it's easier to approach it that way. Sometimes it's easier to approach thinking about the dynamics that you want to create, thinking about the articulations. So try different things. For our review, this week we're going to review Units 11 and 12. In Unit 11, this is on pages 35 through 37, this is all of our wonderful keyboard activities when A is Do and F sharp is La. Remember when you do these to sing the syllables as well. La, do, mi, si, re, ti, si, la, do, la. Again, if you're back to earlier, if you're having trouble figuring out when it's tonic, when it's dominant, spend more time with these types of activities and then start to change them around. Just because we do it this way does not mean that that's the only way to play a tonic and dominant chord. Z. Notes and we changed the order and it sounded really different. So that's another way to try expanding your sense of how to use these tonic and dominant chords. That's Unit 11. In Unit 12, we have two songs. We have Leaves Are Falling and Handkerchief Dance. So we're going to look at those for a moment. Leaves Are Falling was a familiar favorite across a long period of time as a song to sing. Look at the music information box, find your spots. This is in triple meter, minor tonality. La is E and your melody starts on La. If you're doing the root harmony, that's that in both hands, the melody in your right hand and also the melody in your left hand. Except don't do what I just did. You notice how my hand is at this terrible angle when I cross my body like that. Play in a lower octave or lean or move yourself. Don't do this. It doesn't feel very nice, it doesn't look nice, it's not nice. And then, if you've done that in both hands, please try it in a new keyality or starting on a new tonic. You could try it in D minor. So remember, the melody starts on La, and then you have that La, la, bum, do, mi, la, bum, do, mi. Look for those tonal patterns. La, la, mi, and then walking down to La, mi, pa, 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 la. Look for those as you try it with a new tonic. You can try it in C minor. You could try it in F sharp minor because we've just done some wonderful things in there. So try it in a new keyality or with a new tonic this week if you have not already done so. If that's easy, please try two different ones. I will tend to write them down so I don't do the same one twice. Otherwise, you can try a new tonic every time you go to play. And then we're going to do handkerchief dance. Duple meter, major tonality, do is G. Melody starts on so, do, mi, so. Remember, we have all these tonal patterns that cascade all over each other right at the beginning. You have to move your arm over these, have a nice arm drop over all of these. And you have the so, mi, fa, re, bum, bum, and then mi, do, and then re, fa, stepping back to re, and so, so. Make sure your arm is balanced behind every finger that plays. Please don't try to play it like this. Just gonna get locked up. So play it like this, arm balanced behind every finger. Take your time, don't play fast. And if you're ready to do it with your chord changes, do and so together for your tonic, and so ti together for your dominant. So go ahead and try that with at least the root harmony, or try it in a new keyality or with a new tonic. Remember, you don't start on do. Do, mi, so. So if you're playing in F major, start there. If you're playing in C, make sure you start on so. And then show those to me when we have our group class check-in. The last review we're going to do is we're going to look back all the way at Unit 3. This is a long way back in your book. We're looking at page 10. We're looking at Mexican dance, and here's what I'd like you to focus on. So if you remember, I think this was last time, we talked about how we're now starting to play things with a new tonality and a new meter. So I think we got shortchanged last time talking about the new meter. So here's Mexican dance. Here's just the melody by itself. Do is E, do, mi, so, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, da, day, da, do, day, day, do, day, do, da, day, da, do. So if you're thinking this in a new meter, let's think it in triple meter. Do, da, dee, do, here I go. Is one way that you could do it. So you're just rethinking these rhythms in the context of a new meter. If you want, you can repeat some notes. Harder to follow. So you might try something more like the do, dee, do, dee, do, dee, dee, do, dee. Something like that to start. And then try it in a new tonality. So you're keeping the same note as your tonic. And I would start by taking your middle note and moving it down 1/2 step and trying it in minor tonality. different notes, see what else you can come up with. All right, we're going to look at our last name for this unit, which is Triple Love Somebody. We're back in Unit 13. Well, I just gave away the first question. It's in the title. So clearly this is in triple meter because it's called Triple Love Somebody. So what I'd like you to do is feel where those macro beats and micro beats are as I play. So you can feel where those are. If you remember our original do. So now we're in do. Is this in major or minor tonality? Can you hear the resting tone? Which is do. So we're in major tonality. So here are two rhythm patterns from the piece in our triple meter version. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba 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 bum bum bum. Bum 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 ba 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 bum bum bum. On syllables. Do dee do da do dee do. Do dee do da do dee do. Do dee do ta dee ta do dee do. Do dee do ta dee ta do dee do. So I'm going to chant the first rhythm pattern, and then I would like you to respond by chanting the second rhythm pattern. Remember, your pattern is do dee do ta dee ta do dee do. I'll go. Do dee do da do dee do. Do dee do ta dee ta do dee do. All right, so go ahead and go to the keyboard, have this open. This is on page 42 in your book. Take a look at the music information box. We're in major tonality, triple meter. Do is C. Please play your C major tonic, dominant, tonic arpeggios. And springtime 1. So that you're really comfortable in C major, ready to go. We're going to do a couple of tonal patterns. Listen for do, mi, so, bum, bum. Sorry. Bum, bum. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. And there I gave you a little time to think about it like I didn't before. So, do, mi, so. Take a moment. Do, mi, so. You play that on the piano. Re, fa. Wait. Re, fa. On the piano. Fa, re. Fa, re. Mi, re, do. Mi, re, do. So then at the keyboard, we're going to do one phrase at a time. Think about the starting key just in your right hand. This hand is going to be used for the melody. And we're going to do one phrase at a time, just phrase 1. So that's do, dee, do, da, do, dee, do. Go ahead and play phrase 1. Now we're going to do phrase 2. The same as phrase 1, but we flip a couple of notes, same rhythm. phrase 3. Shockingly like phrase 1. Go ahead and play phrase 3. And then phrase 4, we're going to have some nice repeated notes in there. That's do, dee, do, to dee, to do, dee, do. I'll go again. Dee, do, to dee, to do, dee, do. Go ahead and try that. When you play that repeated note, try to keep your wrist, your arm, your hand just as gentle as you can, just that little bit of energy in your fingertip to keep your hand from falling. And keep all of this loose, have a very small, gentle bounce. And I'll go ahead and play an accompaniment with you. Take as long as you want to practice those phrases. Let's try the whole song. Do, da, dee, do, I'll play with you. Do, dee, do. Do, dee, do, da, do, dee, do. Do, dee, do, da, do, dee, do. Do, dee, do, dee, dee, do. And last thing for this one, we're just going to do the root harmony. I'll show you and then you can try it on your own. Do, so, do, so, do, so, do, so, do. Later when we come together again, I'll show you the accompaniment for that, which is really neat. It's called counterpoint or a contrapuntal part, which means that it's its own melody by itself. All right, I thought it was going to take 2 times to get through this, but we were able to do it all in one. So just to remember, please review Unit 12, review Unit 11. We talked about those 2 today. See if you can do that review for Unit 3. Do Mexican dance. Try it in a new tonality and in a new keyality, or with a new, new tonality and new meter. There we go. New tonality and new meter. Please, anything that you did today that you haven't done before, mark with today's date. Practice those things until you get a new video. Should be about 2 weeks. Listen regularly to the recordings for this unit and to echo the patterns. Listen to the pattern CD as well. Make sure every day you're improvising and creating your own music. Don't just play what's out of a book. Create your own music. And I try to give you, there are in this wonderful method, ideas all the time for how to create music, and then try other things as well. The sky is the limit. Make sure as you play, audiate, hear in your head, or chant rhythm patterns so that you have a sense of what meter you're in as you play, and then you can try some different things. You also can see the assignments for this week in the lesson time objectives, which are all the way on the bottom left-hand side of the page on page 41 in your book. Thank you very much for joining me for Music Moves for Piano Book 3, Unit 13, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.